BFTB, best fight the best. So I want to give my post-fight Frampton, Warrington, Whyte, Chisora. Um, so this was partial of the best fighting the best. Partial. Warrington and Frampton, you could say those are the best. Um, Not so much with Whyte and Chisora, but hey, it is what it is. These were the fights on. Um, I am extremely surprised with Josh Warrington. That dude is a monster. Josh Warrington is a problem. Um, I was not expecting that at all. I did not think that Josh Warrington would be able to beat Carl Frampton. I thought Carl Frampton would actually would do him in. I was not expecting that at all. That is something that I was not expecting. I thought Carl Frampton was a better boxer and a better puncher. So I was actually picking Carl Frampton to beat Warrington. But Warrington came in and removed all of that from the picture. Warrington came in and turned it into a fight. It wasn't a boxing match. This wasn't the sweet science. This was Warrington going out and beating Carl Frampton's ass. Like he just beat him up. And Frampton turned it into a war in certain cases, but I mean, for the most part, Frampton was holding on. He was hurt at least four times. There was at least four times, two times to the body, two times up top, at least where Warrington hit him and hurt him bad. And I thought if he would have pressed on the gas at those moments, Frampton could have been out of there, or at least on the canvas. Um, but salute to Carl Frampton. He was able to dig deep and come back, but not come back and to make it a fight because he got beat from pillar to post. But he was able to come back from getting knocked down or knocked out. So I give credit where credit is due. But man, I was not expecting Warrington to do that. I was not expecting. He just went out there and just outright beat him up. So when you look at the history, not the history, but if you look at if you look at the landscape of the landscape of the lightweight rankings. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the landscape of the lightweight rankings, I I man, I see Warrington in there. Like man, I see him in there doing great. You know what I'm saying? Not like I'm sorry, featherweight, the featherweight rankings. You know what I'm saying? I see him in there doing really good. Like there, of course, the only person I don't see him beating or having a chance at beating, in all honesty, is Mr. Gary Russell Jr. That's it. Anybody other than that, I think, man, I think he has an absolute amazing chance to either pull off an upset or just outright beat them. Like when I look at Warrington and Santa Cruz, I think that's an action-packed fight. But it's from it will be a repeat of Frampton Santa Cruz one, where Santa Cruz, I mean, well, Frampton just outpunched him, but Santa Cruz using his height and reach, I think there's more dog in Josh Warrington to and to allow that to happen. I think there's more dog in him. Now, I believe Kid Galahad is the number one ranked guy, but I don't think Galahad got anything for Warrington. No, there's nothing that I've seen with Galahad that would say he's got anything for him. So I say Galahad go on and try to fight either Oscar Valdez or Santa Cruz, man, because those are winnable fights for him, in my opinion. Those are winnable fights. I think Oscar Valdez got dog in him, but man, Josh Warrington is impressive. Josh Warrington is impressive. I think the super fight in this division will be Warrington Gary Russell. To be honest, I really don't see anybody beating Gary Russell. But I think that will be the super fight in the division. So shout out to Josh Warrington on the win, much deserved. Now on to Burnt Shrek versus Taserface. Listen, man, I just had to go back and rewatch it again because I watched well, not watched it again because I DVR'd it and I watched the Warrington Frampton fight live. So I had to go back and watch the Whyte Chisora fight. Chisora was winning that fight. To me, he was winning, and he was winning easily. And even the judges had him up after the knockout. So Whyte got the knockout. Congrats for the knockout. You knocked out a C-level fighter. Kudos to you. That's all you've been knocking out. That's all you've been beating is C-level fighters. Whatever. Um, but you was getting pieced up. Dillian Whyte was losing that fight. He was losing, and it wasn't even close to me. And if it hadn't been for the bogus ass points being taken away, with Dillian Whyte's shorts all high, over covering his belly button, and they're taking away points. To me, that was, man, that really irked me, man. That really pissed me off. Like you're not even telling Dillian Whyte to pull his trunks down. His trunks were above his belly button. You know what I'm saying? If your trunks are above your belly button, then you should be allowing the other fighter to fight around the belt line, or at least a little bit lower than the belt line, not lower than the belt line, correction, around the belt line, just based on where the belly button is positioned at and the shorts are positioned. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that was fugazi, and it looked like they were setting it up to make sure they kept Dillian Whyte in the driver's seat with the Anthony Joshua fight. You know what I'm saying? And how ironic that he was ringside and going to step to the ropes. Like, bro, he looks real soft, man. He looked real soft. You're stepping up to the rope. You know what I'm saying? But yet you wouldn't allow Wilder to step up to the rope and whatever, man. He just looks real soft. This ain't about that dude anyway. This moist ass clown. Um, but look, I give Dillian Whyte credit. You know what I'm saying? He knocked out Chisora. I give him credit for the knockout. I thought it was a good fight for Chisora. Chisora was actually winning easily, handily, and even with all the points that got deducted, he was still up. That should tell you how much he was winning that fight, how easily he was winning it. Um, Dillian Whyte beats nobody in the top four. Absolutely nobody in the top four. You know what I'm saying? His best bet, Dillian Whyte's best bet is to fight Anthony Joshua. That is his best bet. They fought each other a couple times. You know what I'm saying? They're 1-1. You know, Dillian Whyte won in the amateurs, Joshua won in the pros where it matters. Um, they're both UK fighters. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense um, because he gets destroyed by Deontay Wilder. He gets ruined, like ruined. He will not. That'll be it. That's his retirement plan. He gets ruined by Deontay Wilder. He gets hit too much. That dude Whyte gets hit too much to fight Deontay Wilder. He will get stopped and stopped brutally. You know what I'm saying? Fighting Luis Ortiz, man, that's just all bad. That's all bad. That is a lose. I don't know if he gets ruined, like career wise ruined. Actually, I do. Now that I think about it, at least he got a shot at a WBC title fighting Deontay Wilder. The only thing you got a shot at fighting Luis Ortiz is staying alive. You know what I'm saying? That's your shot to try to stay alive and not get your jaw or neck broke, put in a coma. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I'm wishing that on them. You know what I'm saying? I don't wish ill will on any of those fighters like that. Um, but reality is reality, man. And you're going against a monster like Luis Ortiz that, you know what I'm saying, you've been poking that bear. Nah, bro. You bet that, and you would against Tyson Fury, you just get completely embarrassed, absolutely completely embarrassed. That's a bad look for Dillian Whyte to fight Tyson Fury. He gets absolutely embarrassed. I mean, schooled. He probably would never even touch Tyson Fury, and that's a bad look for Matchroom. That's a very bad look because then it would show how good Deontay Wilder actually is. That's what it would show. It would just show how good he is because Matchroom is putting up Dillian Whyte and Anthony Joshua as their two top guys in the heavyweight division. You know what I'm saying? So if he fought, either one of them fought Tyson Fury, they lose. You know what I'm saying? But Dillian Whyte gets embarrassed. I mean, just not good look, man. It's absolutely not a good look. Listen, kudos to Dillian Whyte. You know what I'm saying? He was losing that fight and he was losing it badly, and he came back and won. You know what I'm saying? By knockout. How ironic that that's what people say. Oh well, Deontay Wilder was losing that fight. He was losing that fight. He was losing to Ortiz. He was losing. If it wasn't for the knockout, he would have. Well, okay. Well, who is better, Ortiz or Chisora? And that's a rhetorical question because we already know who the better fighter is. So for Deontay Wilder to be down on the scorecards against Ortiz and come back and win, and Dillian Whyte to be down on the scorecards against Chisora and have to come back and win, that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Again, so I give the man credit for a knockout win. I give him credit for a knockout win, but I don't want to hear anybody talking about how Deontay Wilder was down in the scorecards against such and such, and he only won because of the knockout. Don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it at all. BFTB, shout out to the LDBC, and I'm out.